Tip Today with Fran Curry.
With Slattery's Garage, puck on. You can't beat experience. With over 50 years maintaining Peugeot cars and vans, we like to call ourselves the experts. Call Slattery's Garage for a free vehicle health check today. 067 24111 or slatterysgarage.ie.
Now, listener says, Fran, I said to somebody the other day, how did we end up normal people after all the nuns did to us? And her answer was, we're normal, or do we just think we're normal? If it did no harm, why do we remember all of this so well? We got clattered in primary school by the Christian Brothers, a bit in secondary school, and all throughout our educational life. It was about survival, not about education or trying to learn something. Somebody else says the state and the Gardaí at the time were every bit as responsible as the teachers for what happened in the schools. The beatings were reported often enough to them. And it goes on, and it's story after story. Another listener says, hi, Fran, I'll never forget the beating I got in third class. I was 10 years of age. And it goes on to tell the full story. It still haunts me to this day, says a listener. Okay, and a lot of specific stories into us, and I'll glance through it and I'll bring them to you later on. But in the meantime, on to a different topic. Issues of antisocial behaviour in Clonmel have been raised by one of our listeners. He claims there's a rise in begging and open drug dealing and on the streets of Clonmel. And Thomas Ryan is a local community activist, and he joins me now. Thomas, good morning to you.
Good morning, Fran. How are you?
Good to talk to you today. I was a bit surprised with what you sent us, Thomas. Will you just give the listeners a flavour of it?
Okay, Fran. So what I sent you in regards an email in regards the issue of begging and the antisocial behaviour and the drug taking and dealing and the smell of weed that is in the town of Clonmel. And with that, it was just to highlight it. I know the powers that be, they're saying they're doing something, but there's not enough resources there. And I think it's time now for local action to be taken, especially with the general election coming up, and for the local candidates, whoever's going, as well as government, to focus on Clonmel, because we are being a forgotten town and it's nearly getting worse than Dublin. I put this up on my Facebook news page I have, and people are saying that they are getting... It's gone so bad that they don't feel safe walking in their own town at day, the line night.
And we've been speaking about this often for a couple of years now, but are you saying to me, Thomas, that it's on the increase and it's getting worse?
Yeah, Fran, I see it every day. I'm living in the town centre. I'm living on the quay. I'm seeing it at near my own place. I'm seeing it where the public toilet down on the quay is being used. I would say there's drugs paraphernalia in it, and it's just getting worse with this. And really, I know the resources are stretched, I'm being stretched with the guards and all that, and my heart goes out to the guards in regards to it. But it's time now for government to listen up, along with the representatives and everyone else, to say, look, enough is enough. Clonmel needs to be prioritised, because something is going to happen very soon, where there'll be a big mass row, which there have been in the past, and with that, someone's going to get hurt, and it won't be anyone that is taking drugs or anything like that. It'll be a normal Joe soap that probably end up getting needles up their foot or something like that, and could be hospitalised or anything even serious than that.
When we spoke about it, I think it's about a year and a half now ago, we were told there would be more Gardaí on the beats, particularly around the O'Connell Street area and down towards the river, as you described. Do you see any evidence of that, Thomas?
I don't see much of that, and I'm not knocking the guards. Don't get me wrong. I have great friends around the guards, and I've asked guards 100%. Their resources are stretched beyond being stretched. So they're trying their best to be around, be vocal. But at the same time, if something happens, that's the impulse, and they're going to get there.
So you're putting it out there to the local representatives and those who want to get into government to do something about this.
Yes, definitely, man. Because I see it every day, and even like there now last week, I was going to a local shop to get a carton and all that, and a woman came out and said, "Thomas, any chance that you're walking around the corner?" And I was definitely okay. I said, "Do you need a hand, like, or something?" That asked me that, and she goes, "There's one or two people that are across the road that I'm afraid of shit that are, you know what, taking drugs and all that shit, and I'm just scared." So yes, I am. When you get people like that coming to you and asking you, I knew the woman now in person, but she was an elderly person, or she wasn't elderly. One that she wasn't unknown who she was. When you get people like that asking for help, just to walk around the corner, literally 500 yards from the shop, it just goes to show that.
Right. And your phone line is breaking up a little on me. Did you say that was daytime, Thomas?
It was dusk, and it was around 6 o'clock in the evening. So you could say, yeah, it was daytime.
Right.
In regards.
All right. Okay. Well, let's put it out there. Let's make it part of the conversation, Thomas, and we'll see where it goes from here. But certainly, this is your experience, and this is what you're hearing from people.
This is what I'm hearing from people. A fan I'm seeing as myself. The laneways in Clonmel, especially the one adjacent to the O'Connell Street into the Tesco car park, is a nightmare at times with drugs and all that. So people, just be careful, be on alert, and at the same time, I'm appealing to the local representatives, the elected representatives, and those seeking office in the next election to do something about this and to get more resources for the guards, because the guards are stretched beyond being stretched, and at the same time, they need the resources, and the County Council needs to come up with an idea to all work together rather than all going off crusading with each other.
Right, and what would you say to people who might accuse you and I now of having a conversation that is painting the town in a bad light, Thomas? What do you say to them? I'm
not painting this town in a bad light. I'm lived here all my life. It's there. 90% of this town, 99% of this town, it's one of the best towns we have. We have some fantastic industry and all that. I'm not painting the light. I'm just painting that we need more resources to make our town one of the best, to bring it back Clonmel from where it was to what it was back when we had everything and anything open, to what we have now, to what we need, and to make Clonmel the number one town again for Tipperary, and to say, look, come to Clonmel, we have things sorted, we need to get things done, but at the same time, we need to be on the increase where the drugs and all that is concerned, and we need to squash it as much as we can.
All right, Thomas, good to talk to you today, and thanks for making time for us. Thank you. Good morning to you. And that's Thomas Ryan there, as a local community activist in Clonmel.